Hi, my name is Becca and welcome to or back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about being a minimalist, particularly my experience of minimalism and what it's like being a minimalist as a teenager, because I feel like it's different. It's probably not that different, but I feel like it's different. So I guess I should start off by saying what minimalism is. Minimalism is about deciding what is valuable to you and just getting rid of the rest. Minimalism is a very subjective concept because what's valuable to you isn't valuable to the next person. You can't say, you're not a minimalist because you own this, this, and this. Like, they value those things. That's what makes it important. That's why they're keeping it. And that's what makes them a minimalist. As far as my minimalism journey, I guess you could call it, goes, I started maybe like a year ago. At this point, I didn't even know minimalism was a thing because I was just being an idiot, I guess. But I walked into my room and I was just like, none of this stuff makes me happy, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. And pretty much overnight, I got rid of 80% of my items. I know they say minimalism is like a long-term process, not for me, ho. Like, I just got a garbage bag and started chucking all my things into it. And you might be wondering, like, why is this video called Life as a Minimalist Teenager or whatever I end up calling this. I feel like for some aspects it is different for younger generations. For example, there's things which we don't value, but we can't throw away. For me, that's my school uniform. The main reason I think minimalism is harder, maybe, or maybe just different for teenagers and like younger generations and millennials, whatever you want to call them, is because of social media. And this is because every corner you turn on Instagram or YouTube or Facebook, if you still use Facebook, something is being shoved in your face. People are like, buy this, and you have to be like, no, I don't want to do that. We also live in an age of very fast fashion. Trends come and go. The stock down at H&M changes every single week, and they're still claiming that they're ethical. And sometimes it's difficult. Anyways, I'm going to address those points later. I'm going to talk about the pros of doing this and why I decided to do this. So the obvious ones are having less clutter. You know, if you own less shit, there's gonna be less stuff on your floor. Obviously, you're gonna save money if you're not spending it on whatever you would usually buy. Some of the weirder ones are that I now spend way less time deciding what to wear. Like, you can't spend that much time deciding between two t-shirts, you know? You know, you get more creative with your style choices, and you realize that you don't need to own a lot of stuff to look like a cool little bean. I can't believe that's like the most cringe thing I've ever said, cool little bean. I can't even deal with myself sometimes. Another thing is that you become a lot more creative with the things that you do. If you live in a city like me, where pretty much the only thing to do is go shopping, and you are a minimalist who does not buy things, sometimes you don't want to do that. And I feel like now that I don't want to do that as often, I go outside more. Woo, I left my house for once. I like go to the beach, I'll go to their house, we'll cook something together, we go to the cinema. Since I'm saving so much money on not buying things, there's a lot more fun things that I can do with that money. I've also found that I don't want to buy things anymore, you know? I feel like before you go out and, you know, you own 12 lipsticks that are all the same shade, but you're just like, oh no, I need that one, which is exactly the same shade. But it doesn't matter because, you know, it's a different finish. It's a different something. But now it's sort of like every time I feel the urge to buy something, I take a step back and I'm just like, why? Why do I want to buy that thing? What value will it add to my life? And now I think a lot more about why I want to buy things and where they came from. You know, I won't buy makeup that isn't cruelty-free. I won't buy a t-shirt that was made in a sweatshop. I'm trying less to buy things that come in plastic packaging, even though I'm sort of a failure at that, you know? I'm trying. It counts for something. And I feel like as a whole, if there were a lot of minimalists, it would make a positive impact on the environment, because if you're consuming less, that means they're making less, and then there's less emissions from factories and stuff like that. I really only have one thing that's negative about minimalism, and that is FOMO, fear of missing out. I feel like especially if you grew up where I grew up, where I'm surrounded by like upper middle class people, they all have like so much stuff. They all have the latest phone, they all have the coolest clothes, they all have the nicest, most expensive makeup, and sometimes you're just like, oh, you know, wouldn't it be nice to have something like that? But then you realize that what they're doing is just following trends, and it's a lot better to be sure of yourself and sure of what you own than someone who is just slave to capitalism, and someone who just follows the crowd all the time for the sake of fitting in. Like, what does that even mean? And eventually you realize that money and monetary value are social constructs anyways, so owning things doesn't really matter. The only things that matter are the ones that are meaningful to you. That would just go way too deep, like 0 to 100 in like 4 seconds. Anyway, so that is everything that I want to talk to you about. I'm sorry if this video is just an absolute mess. I know I'm disorganized. I'm sorry if my voice is a little croaky, and I'm sorry if I just seem a little depressed. It's because GCSEs are coming soon, woo! And yesterday I spent 7 hours revising, and that wasn't fun. I feel like absolute garbage now. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. I should stop rambling on about my GCSEs, and I will see you in 2 weeks maybe, if I have time to make a video. I'm sorry if I don't, and I love you guys. And oh, also, thank you so much to everyone who subscribed to my channel in the past like 2 weeks or so. I literally went from like 110 subscribers to like 225, and that's so cool. I know that to some people who are watching this, they're like, that's not that many. Well, it's a lot to me, okay? Anyways, thank you is what I meant to say, and bye for real now.